right now on 5 on Your Side at 10.
Wonderful weekend. It's finally here, and the weather looks spectacular for this time of year. What you'll need if you're spending time outside this weekend.
We heard it was opening today, so we came today.
People pack a popular Metro East Park for the first time since a giant sinkhole opened up. The steps being taken to ensure the hole is repaired. But first tonight, a disturbing discovery in a local school district bathroom. Now a fuming father is demanding answers.
Wow. Are we still doing this?
Good evening, everyone. I'm Kelly Jackson. The St. Charles County dad said last night he found a noose hanging inside a men's restroom near a football field at Francis Howell Central High School. Only on 5 on Your Side, Robert Townsend talks to the father and has reaction from the school's principal.
Kelly, Mitchell Long is obviously upset and has many emotions after finding that news. Now, administrators at Francis Howell Central High and police are right now investigating the disturbing discovery.
Just hanging.
Mitchell Long is talking about this noose that he immediately took cell phone pictures of. The furious St. Charles County father says he spotted it hanging from a stall inside a men's restroom near this football field behind Francis Howell Central High School Thursday night. Long was at his 9-year-old son's football practice at the time. His 15-year-old son attends Francis Howell Central.
My first expression was like, wow. Are we still doing this? Did this really just happen? It's gray and blue. Those are our school colors.
He says another dad also saw the noose.
I don't know who took it down. The parent tried to get rid of it. I said, no, they need to see that.
The frustrated dad flagged down a varsity football coach, walked him to the restroom, and showed it to him.
He said somebody will be addressing it. Around 10 o'clock at night, I got a phone call from the head coach apologizing for the situation, and he said, I'm terribly sorry. Not good enough. Administrators immediately should have gave me a phone call. And like I expressed to them, too many of our black and brown babies have those struggles in our schools.
In a letter sent to parents, Francis Howell Central Principal Dr. Suzanne Leak said in part, quote, while there were no words or notes to accompany the news, we are partnering with law enforcement to investigate this as a potential hate crime. She also said such a symbol has no business in our schools or facilities. Sabrina Looney, the president of the St. Charles branch of the NAACP, also said in a statement they're deeply disappointed by the ongoing acts of violence and hate speech black and brown children in the Francis Howell School District continue to experience.
I'm hoping what comes out of this investigation is they bring awareness. It's not fair for anybody to have to experience that.
Now, just minutes ago, the Francis Howell School District spokesperson said they have now identified the individual involved, and after extensive conversation and an extensive investigation, they do not believe this to be a racially motivated incident. The first day of school for Francis Howell Central students is on Tuesday, Kelly.
All right, thank you, Robert. Tonight, St. Louis police continue to investigate a shooting involving police that left a woman dead. Police believe the woman is connected to a shooting this morning in Bellefontaine Neighbors. Investigators say a masked suspect walked into a White Castle, shot a female cook, and left. About an hour later, the suspect's car was found in South St. Louis. We are told an armed woman walked away from the car and did not comply with officers' verbal commands. That is when 2 officers shot her. She raised her weapon and shot herself.
Additional officers were in the area and arrived immediately, rendered first aid to the female, in an attempt to save her life. Upon EMS's arrival, it was learned that she died at the scene here today.
Tonight, the White Castle employee remains in the hospital with critical injuries. We still don't know if the suspect and victim knew each other and how many shots were fired by police. We'll continue to update you on air and online as we learn more about this developing story. Tonight marks 1 week since the violent protest that seriously injured Ferguson police officer Travis Brown. Brown suffered a life-threatening brain injury last Friday night after being knocked to the ground during a protest marking 10 years since Michael Brown's death. He remains in a coma, but his family says he is showing signs of progress. A GoFundMe for Officer Brown has currently raised more than $125,000. For information on how to donate, look for this story in the As Seen on TV section of KSDK.com. A popular Metro East Park is back open tonight, weeks after mine subsidence caused a massive sinkhole to open on a soccer field. New tonight, Annie Crawl spoke with people who visited the park today.
It's hard to forget the first time you saw this footage, a sinkhole swallowing a light post and the chance of a typical summer in Alton. Now a glimpse of normalcy Friday as the city deems it safe for the roads, walking paths, and other parts of Gordon F. Moore Park to open back up.
There's a lot of walking, hiking.
Before the June 26 closure, Michelle Stewart used to come here 4 times a week to walk her dog, Sweets. Grateful the Mine Safety and Health Administration says most of the park is safe.
I think it's important to get out, just walk around, helps relieve stress, gets the dog some exercise.
Excitement echoed by Alton Mayor David Goins, who said Wednesday that exploratory drilling found the mine ceilings under the park safe.
Now they're going to start doing the drilling and really investigating that sinkhole to determine, the cause of it, because they just haven't been there.
Now, because of all this fencing, you really can't see the bottom of the Alton sinkhole, but I'll take a step to the side so you can see that those parallel lines on the field aren't so parallel. People stepping up to it on Friday say the pictures don't do it justice. Leaders say it has doubled, if not tripled, in size. Engineers saying that's normal and it could get even bigger, which is why many people on social media say they're hesitant to come back. But Stewart isn't nervous, saying she's been waiting for this day all summer.
I think it's pretty common. I used to live in Florida and there were sinkholes everywhere, and it's just like if it's going to be near you, then, or if you're going to be next to it, you better be careful, but you don't know. It just happened.
No timeline yet on the repairs, but the community golf course has their first tee times back on Saturday. In Alton, Annie Crawl, 5 on your side.
New Frontier Materials still conducting underground investigations as geologists and engineers work their way toward the sinkhole. Once they identify the weakness, they'll develop and carry out a plan to repair it. In just 3 days, St. Louis Public Schools will open its doors for the first day for classes. This year, the district is using a new transportation plan to get students to school. More than 200 students will use the Hop, Skip, Jump program that's partnered with SLPS for the 2nd year in a row. Care drivers use their personal car to pick up children, and parents can track the ride before it even begins. We talked with an area driver who says she takes safety very seriously.
It's important for me to know that they feel secure when they get in my vehicle and that they're going to school, and I'd like the parents to also feel secure.
The district says all of the vehicles will have clear decals and a number in the window to let parents know their child is being picked up by the right vehicle. New at 10, a closer look at efforts to redevelop North St. Louis. $30 million will go to a host of businesses and nonprofits to help with construction, payroll expenses, and even facade improvements. Brent Solomon shows us how it's helping fulfill a need.
Sometimes the only thing standing in the way of a facelift is a force to help you get there.
Working capital. This is the main thing we're having problems with.
Merritt Asfa owns STL Transportation in North City.
Tuck pointing. Inside, we need flooring, joisting.
His shuttle service is helping transport students to school.
Recently, the need picked up.
The small business has had to focus on operating priorities over building repairs.
We just got held up funding-wise.
In our city's history, we've seen some neighborhoods that have thrived, while others have continued to decline.
Neil Richardson, the president of the St. Louis Development Corporation, tells me $30 million in ARPA funding now being allocated to give businesses a boost. Grants range from $15,000 to hundreds of thousands of dollars. The group has now acquired the former Killark Electric manufacturing plant here on Vandeventer to offer even more economic opportunities.
We will have resources for small businesses, we'll have workforce development programs, we will have manufacturers on site that are producing products, hiring people from the community and helping rebuild the community itself.
Right now, similar programs are happening at Sumner High School at the Economic Empowerment Center that opened in 2022.
That's how we grow our tax base, that's how we grow our city population and actually keep people in our communities.
Especially North Side. They need this the correct way and to the correct people.
It's long overdue. And it's just the beginning, though.
Brent Solomon, 5 on your side.
Hundreds of businesses have applied for assistance. Some of them have received funding. Others have been told they will be soon awarded. Organizers first have to ensure applicants are up to date on their taxes and have an up-to-date business license.
An attempt to steal Graceland. The charges a Missouri woman faces after prosecutors say she tried to rob from the family of Elvis Presley. Flying high to fight crime. Meet the local law enforcement unit that provides air support for police officers on the streets.
My favorite part is following cars. You know, when cars take off or if there's a pursuit, it's chasing those cars and giving the ability to officers on the ground to apprehend those suspects.
A nearly perfect August weekend on the way for us. The changes happening over the next 24 hours that will get the first day of school for many next week off to a good start.
Tonight, a Missouri woman is behind bars accused of trying to defraud the Elvis Presley family. Lisa Finley was arrested on federal charges for allegedly trying to take ownership of Graceland and steal millions of dollars from the Presley family. Court documents show she pretended to be with a private lending company that claimed it loaned Presley's late daughter, Lisa Marie, nearly $4 million. After she died last year, Finley tried to get some of the money back by filing fake foreclosure documents, deeds, and claims. Prosecutors say no such loan was ever made. Tonight, we take a look at the law enforcement aviation unit that has been flying above St. Louis for 20 years. And for the first time, their work reaches new heights. Justina Coronel showcases how the Metro Air Support Unit patrols the area.
An eye in the sky. The Metro Air Support Unit monitors and maneuvers day and night. Patrolling 1,600 square miles, the unit is made up of 3 police departments, St. Louis City, St. Louis County, and St. Charles County. For the first time in 20 years, the department captured a real-time ride-along on social media called #STLFlyAlong.
We wanted people to know what Metro Air Support provides for the St. Louis region, and we thought that social media was the best tool for that.
In the fly-along, cameras captured the pursuit of a Tesla.
To keep up with that Tesla, Metro Air Support was able to safely follow that Tesla, and we're able to take 2 people into custody along with that gun.
Pilot Robert Simons has a bird's-eye view to search for suspects.
The officers can fall back and we could just follow it and call it out.
And by his side is a tactical flight officer, or TFO.
The TFO does all the police stuff, talks to the dispatchers, the guys on the ground, directs all the officers, you know, for whatever we're searching for or chasing.
Their second set of eyes, a heat signature camera.
We have the ability to pinpoint the address, like to say, hey, he's behind this address, and he's hiding right behind it.
While their team has been doing this for 2 decades, this initiative uses a new route.
We as a police department are trying to find unique ways that connects with residents on a different platform.
Their mission to fly high to fight crime.
So anytime I fly, my objective is to make sure I give the support and guidance on the ground as much as I can to show our value and what we can do to help out the officers that are on the street.
Justina Coronel, 5 on your side.
And a spokesperson for the St. Louis Police Department said there could be virtual ride-alongs in the future with their anti-crime detectives and patrol officers. Right now, though, it's working to see how to highlight different units. Today, Vice President Kamala Harris gave a speech on her vision for the economy. She focused on the cost of living for housing, food, taxes, and more. She says if she's elected as president, she will end the housing shortage that's driving up prices and expand the child tax credit. She also criticized former President Trump, who gave his own speech on the economy yesterday. The former president criticized Democrats and promised to cut down on prices. Final preparations are underway in Chicago for the Democratic National Convention. The city is expecting 50,000 people to attend the week-long event. With the shift in momentum after President Biden dropped out, Vice President Harris's campaign looks to use this primetime moment to capitalize by defining Harris and highlight her record before and during her vice presidency. Democrats are expecting the week to be a unifying celebration.
When we say this is a cultural iconic moment, like this stuff you just don't manufacture. It's like the political Coachella.
Among those taking the stage next week, President Biden, former Presidents Obama and Clinton, and the vice presidential nominee, Tim Walz. Harris closes the convention Thursday. And our political editor, Mark Maxwell, will report live at the DNC starting Monday. You can catch his reports on 5 on Your Side and on 5+.
All right, here goes the bull. And, oh, crap. He went fast.
That is Chief Meteorologist Scott Connell attempting to ride a mechanical bull at Peevely Days this afternoon. So last year, Scott lasted 6 seconds on the bull. This year, he was able to hang on for about 13 seconds. Despite Mike dropping his mic, Peevely Days continues tomorrow from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Yeah.
No scratches on you.
No, but the dropping the mic was part of the whole thing. You know, you got to get rid. You got to hold on.
Exactly, and that's why I'm saying I am very impressed, Scott.
It's
that
not
you
a friendly bull.
More than doubled your time from last year.
Yes.
Yes.
But let me tell you, this was a toss. She pushed that button. The operator pushed that button, and the bull wasn't having it.
She did not hold back, did
No.
she?
Oof. All right, but you know, it's all good. Everything's fine. All right, nothing hurts. Nothing that, you know, a little pain medication won't help this weekend. All right, you're looking out at Lambert tonight. Hopefully we don't have any pains in the air travel system. Looks like we already have some of tomorrow morning's flights lining up out there at the airport. At least the airplanes are there because the Southwest lights on those tails are off, and that usually means the plane's there for the night. They're cleaning it and getting ready for tomorrow morning. So the first flight's already there. If you're getting out of town tomorrow morning, plane's probably already here. Temperatures are in the 70s in most spots right now, still around 80 in town. Most of us are staying dry around the St. Louis area. It's a different sight looking through the Gateway Arch tonight compared to what we were looking at last night with all of that lightning. Still, Lambert's coming in with 84 degrees, and the dew point has crept back up now that the winds have eased a little bit. We actually have a secondary cool front trying to slip into the area, if you will. Temperatures in the 60s, lower 70s overnight. There will be a few clouds. There's a very small chance you'd see an isolated shower pop up here through the overnight hours, but there's really two areas we're watching. One is in central northern portions of Illinois, another one down here over parts of the Ozarks, heading down into Arkansas, far southern portions of Missouri, and just kind of tracking where those are going. They're kind of splitting apart from us, and so the odds of us seeing any active weather remain very slim, but we can't discount at least an isolated shower popping up somewhere during the overnight hours. But those clouds should thin out tomorrow morning. Lots of sunshine tomorrow afternoon. Humidity levels will begin to go down. Still quite warm tomorrow, up to 89 degrees. But in the afternoon, as the breeze kicks up and those humidity levels start to drop off, it doesn't feel too bad. Certainly a little cooler than today's 95 for the high. And we'll be about 10 degrees cooler on Sunday, back to 85 for the high temperature. Again, your shower chances more off into the Ohio Valley and then down over parts of the Ozarks. So missing our region altogether. And here's that dew point trend, because the dew point does make a big difference, right? Dew points are dropping into the 50s by next week. That's huge. That is dry air. And for this time of year, it's hard to come by. This will be the second round of it that we've had in the last couple of weeks. So I guess we're in the bonus round here after a few hot days. 89 tomorrow, lots of sunshine. What we don't have is rain in the forecast. So if you did not see rainfall around the St. Louis area or in your backyard over the last couple of days with the rounds of showers and storms that rolled through, odds are you won't see much and have that opportunity for another 7 to 10 days.
Next week looks incredible.
Next week looks absolutely delightful.
It's August.
It's August. It will not feel like it.
Oh, wow. Good news.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Scott. Here's Corey.
Well, the ball was absolutely flying out of the ballpark tonight at Busch Stadium for both the Cardinals and the Dodgers. I'll recap a slugfest in St. Louis next in sports.
This 5 on Your Side Sports Report is sponsored by Telly Tire and Auto Centers, driving your way since 1942.
Well, there's no point in dancing around it. The Cardinals have to start winning, and they have to start winning right now if they want to play in October. They started today 4 games out of a wild card spot with the mighty Los Angeles Dodgers in town this weekend. Hello, Jordan Walker. Welcome back to St. Louis. And hello to the best player in baseball, Shohei Ohtani. We almost had the catch of the year in the second inning. Gavin Lux takes Miles Michaelis deep to center, and the ball is just going to come out of Victor Scott II's glove. Look how close that was. 1-0 Dodgers. LA was up 2-0 when Paul Goldschmidt went oppo for a big fly. That's his 19th of the season. 2-2 game. Cards were home run happy in this one. Mason Wynn loves that pitch down. He lines that ball out of there. That's his 10th home run, 3-2 Cardinals. Then look at this shot from Pedro Pajes, 462 feet and gone. That's the longest Cardinals home run this season. Never count out LA though. They tied it, and then Kevin Kiermaier untied it in the 6th. 3-run blast off Andrew Kittredge to cap a 5-run inning. Starter Miles Michaelis, he can't watch anymore. That would end up being the death blow. Cards scratched away at a comeback, but LA takes the opener 7-6.
Overall, I felt good about our at-bats. Mason got into that one. That was fun to watch. So, yes, I thought we competed well. It's just one inning blows up on you.
It's another racing weekend in St. Louis. We seem to hear that a lot these days, thanks to the folks out at Worldwide Technology Raceway. The Indy cars are in the spotlight tomorrow night for the Bommarito 500. Scott McLaughlin will be on the pole for tomorrow night's race after having the fastest time in qualifying this afternoon. You know, if there's a premier racing event at the track, St. Louis is going to show up. Tomorrow should be no different, and the drivers notice.
I mean, there's a ton of fans out here sweating it on a Friday, and it's only 12:30, so it's pretty awesome to see. It's great to see all the people out here just walking around, and everyone knows that this race is happening in town. You know, they do a great job with the in-market advertising to get everybody to come out, and honestly, it's a pleasure seeing all of that, and I'm very happy to see it go back to a Saturday night race instead of Sunday midday, so we get to go under the lights a little bit.
We are less than 2 weeks from the start of the most hyped Mizzou football season in recent memory. There's been a lot of focus on the running back room for the Tigers in camp. Transfers Marcus Carroll and Nate Noel look to be in line for the most carries, with former St. Mary's star Jamal Roberts also in the mix. But one thing is for certain, Cody Schrader's impact is still felt in Columbia.
I took a lot of mental reps, physical reps when Cody was here. He definitely was a great role model to me. Cody was a good teammate. He helped me out, some things that I could eliminate, some things that I don't have to look at. And, I kind of picked it up fast, picking up blitz very fast last year, just kind of helped out.
One of the best athletes in the area has picked a college. You've seen Jose Epinesa dominate on the hardwood for Edwardsville. You've seen him put his name among the best in Illinois in track and field, and now he's taking his football skills to the University of Iowa. 24/7 Recruiting has the defensive end ranked as the top player in the entire state of Illinois. Of course, the Epinesa to Iowa connection is a storied one. His dad played there, his NFL brother AJ played there, and his brother Eric is currently on the roster. Sports Plus is back Sunday night at 10:30. Bertie Miklasz and Randy Carricker do not hold back on their Cardinals thoughts. Wrestling legend Shawn Michaels joins the program, and we have all the action from the weekend of racing at Worldwide Technology. Still, hands down, athletic performance of the day, that man over there on the bull. Not even close.
We give you a 10.
All right, I'll take it.
Out of 20.
Yeah, out of 20. That's about it.
I'm just
That's what I
kidding.
feel like, right?
We'll see if you're still feeling like that tomorrow morning.
Good job, Scotty. Coming up, a little girl's wish comes true. We'll take you to the special moment at St. Louis City Hall. Leave you with a heartwarming story tonight. A 6-year-old girl was the center of attention at St. Louis City Hall today. Noelle Williams shared that she wanted to become a judge during her kindergarten graduation in May. Her video gained attention all over the country, with people encouraging her to pursue her dream. Dressed in a ball gown and jeweled crown, Noelle was invited to City Hall, where she was given her very own gavel.
You are shining bright lights, and the world needs more of you. So I wish you all the best in your future endeavors as you step your way into law school and then ultimately as that judge, as the Honorable Noelle.
Noelle is the daughter of Markeisha Williams, who was killed by her husband in December of last year. According to her GoFundMe page, Markeisha's 4 children have completed their first round of grief counseling, and we wish her all the best. Well, thanks so much for joining us at 10. The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon is next. And start your day with Today in St. Louis, and that starts at 6 a.m. Have a great tomorrow.